Hello everyone, welcome to the Old Man and the Read. My name is Jerry. Today I'm going to attempt to do something a little different. I've been slowly trying to introduce some nonfiction into my reviews. I do read a lot of nonfiction. Most of it is history or biography, but mainly science. And I read books on just about every field of science, so up to theoretical physics. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not nearly smart enough to understand that, but I just really enjoy reading it. So today I'm going to attempt to talk about the books I've read by Carlo Rovelli. Carlo Rovelli is a theoretical physicist from Italy. He was born in 1956, and he works primarily in the field of quantum gravity. And he's a founder of a theory called loop quantum gravity. And this is a theory that attempts to reconcile general relativity with quantum mechanics. Those two theories are the foundation of just about all of modern science, chemistry, and electronics. Just about everything in modern society, modern technology is based on those two theories, and yet the two of them don't combine together. They're mathematically incompatible, and so there's a few attempts to try to reconcile the two theories to make them agree with each other. But and so one of them is loop quantum gravity. So anyway, loop quantum gravity basically predicts that space and time are quantized. Like in quantum mechanics, it is basically granular, and he theorizes that space and time are quantized, and it compose a network of loops called spin networks. And these are granulars near the Planck length, which is the smallest that anything can be compressed. And so space is granular. Now, I don't pretend to understand that. I'm just trying to say what I kind of perceive from reading the books. But anyway, so with that, I'll show you the books and attempt to say a little bit about them. I really, as you probably, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm not the smartest guy around. So, but this is my attempt to say something about them. I understand that anybody that really does understand is probably going to find my explanations cringeworthy, so I apologize for that. So the first book I have is What is Time? What is Space? This is a book he wrote in 2004, and he explains that we can combine general relativity with quantum mechanics if we recognize that space itself is granular in structure, similar to a photon. And so space is just a network of grains. And therefore, if space and time are a single entity, as in predicted in general relativity, then time itself does not exist. And his conclusion that time is just a product of our ignorance of the details of the world. That's what I got from that book. Okay. The next one is Relativity is Not What It Seems. This is a book he published in 2016. And again, in the book, he explains quantum gravity. And he goes through a bit of an explanation of each general relativity and quantum mechanics. And general relativity is basically says that gravity results from the curvature of space-time, and quantum mechanics is basically energy in quanta, or packets. He then talks about combining, or how quantum gravity attempts to combine the two concepts of, and by quantizing space and itself. He talks about spin networks, which are combined with time to produce spin foams, and he says that spin networks are the smallest size possible, known or near the Planck length. And part of the book, he goes on and explains how the theory will affect the Big Bang and black holes. The next book I have, The Order of Time, published in 2017, and this explains that the concept below the Planck length does not exist, and it means nothing. Fields are granular and do not exist in space, but they themselves form space. Then let's see. Each of them do not dwell in time, but interact with each other and only exist by these interactions. It's funny, a lot of times as I'm reading these, I kind of get the gist of what he's saying, but when I try to explain it, I see that I really don't understand it. Heloland was the next book he published, or the next one I read in 2020, and this is a book that's a little more understandable. This focuses on quantum theory, and it's basically about Werner Heisenberg, who isolated himself on a small island called Heloland. And from there, in his isolation, he developed the mathematics for the theory. And quantum mechanics is the basis for all of modern science, including chemistry, cosmology, astrophysics, and nuclear power. But it's been proven beyond any doubt, and it is profoundly mysterious. It really shows that reality as we perceive it really is wrong. And the final book I read was published in 2023, and this is White Holes. And this is, he writes about white holes, which are completely theoretical. They have never actually been observed, but they're based on the same mathematics that black holes are based on, and black holes themselves had been theoretical for quite some time until they were actually observed. He talks about the physics behind black holes, and goes into a discussion about what we currently know about them and about their horizon. He eventually begins talking about what a white hole is, and this is basically matter that has been compressed down to the smallest it can go. That's the Planck scale. And then once it hits that point, it can't compress any further and bounces back, reversing, and this reverses time and goes into all kinds of explanations of that really were beyond my understanding. But those are the books I've read by Carlo Rovelli. Just fascinating readings. I really understood very little of it. I kind of got the gist of it as I was reading, though, and I just really enjoy reading things like that. It really gets my mind going. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see you on another. Thanks.